Welcome back to the channel where we destroy your financial delusions. Today we are talking about your toxic addiction to buying garbage. You complain about being broke, but DoorDash Starbucks every single morning. That is exactly why your credit score is absolute complete trash. You are experiencing lifestyle creep before you even have a lifestyle. Let me ask you a very simple but terrifying financial question. How much money does your pathetic American dream actually cost you? Most people have absolutely no idea how much their life costs. They just swipe their cards and pray that it gets approved. Then they cry when they cannot fund their Roth IRA annually. You buy a house you cannot afford and become house poor. Meanwhile, you are contributing $0 to your retirement investment accounts. You are literally stealing from your future self to look rich. It is time to wake up and face the brutal reality. If you do not control your impulsive desires, you die broke. Warren Buffett said to be greedy only when others are fearful. But what do you do when the stock market goes down? You panic sell everything and swear off investing for good forever. Then you buy back at the top and start bag holding. It is a classic cycle of poverty that you repeat constantly. Let us break down the actual math of your entire life. 99% of you rely completely on a single paycheck. That is the most dangerous financial position you can be in. Let us assume you make an average salary of $60,000. After taxes, you are bringing home about $4,000 every month. If you work for 40 years, that is around $2 million. $2 million sounds like a huge amount of money, right? Wrong, because you are going to spend it all on nonsense. You think you will just invest in the S&P 500 eventually, but eventually never comes because you keep buying stuff on Amazon. Let us calculate your lifetime expenses and see why you fail. First, you want to buy a house in nice neighborhoods locally. With current interest rates, you are paying double for that house. Then you need a nice car to impress your broke friends. The average car payment in America is over $700. Add insurance and gas, and you are burning cash every month. You have zero left to max out your 401k matching contribution. You are literally leaving free money on the table every year. Then you decide to get married and have a beautiful wedding. The average wedding costs $30,000 that you borrow heavily. Then you have kids, and childcare will bankrupt you instantly. Add in groceries, utilities, medical bills, and random Target impulse buys. You are suddenly spending more than you are bringing in monthly. This is why you carry credit card debt with crazy interest. You are making the banks extremely rich while you stay poor. The gap between your earnings and expenses is a giant hole. How do you fill that hole without going completely insane today? You have to stop buying things to cover up your insecurities. Delaying gratification is the only way you build true generational wealth. When you want to buy new shoes, force yourself to wait. Wait exactly 2 weeks before making any stupid emotional purchase decisions. I guarantee you will forget about those shoes in 3 days. You must separate your actual needs from your ridiculous temporary wants. Every time you skip buying garbage, you buy back your freedom. Do you want to work until you are 80 years old? Because that is what happens when you spend everything you earn. You must track every single dollar that leaves your bank account. If you do not budget, you are planning to fail financially. Look at your statements and feel the pain of your spending. That pain is the only thing that will change your habits. We are going to go over 3 rules for smart spending. These rules will literally save you from living in a box. Rule number 1 is to check your house before buying anything. You probably already own something similar that you never even use. Stop buying random clothes that still have the price tags attached. Rule number 2 is to ignore the constant manipulative marketing ads. They are designed by psychologists to steal your hard-earned money. Just because an item is on sale does not mean buy. Buying something on sale still means you spent money you needed. Rule number 3 is you must ask if you need it. Will this purchase actually bring you long-term value and happiness? Almost everything you buy is just a quick dopamine hit today. Once the dopamine fades, you are just left with less money. The goal is to accumulate assets instead of useless depreciating liabilities. Stop acting rich and start actually building wealth for your future. Let us talk about the other side of the wealth equation. You cannot just shrink your life to greatness by cutting lattes. Frugality is great, but your earning potential is mathematically unlimited forever. So why are you settling for a mediocre entry-level salary? You clock out at 5 and immediately start binge watching Netflix. Meanwhile, your credit score is dropping faster than a bad stock. You need to increase your income streams right now, this second. Get a side hustle or start driving for Uber or DoorDash. Deliver food instead of paying delivery fees to eat junk food. Stop complaining that the economy is rigged against the middle class. It is rigged, but you are volunteering to be the victim. You buy the newest iPhone, but refuse to buy Apple stock. You are a consumer when you desperately need to be producing. Imagine if you invested that phone money into the S&P 500. Over 20 years, that money grows exponentially thanks to compound interest. But no, you wanted to look cool for people you hate. This is exactly why the rich get richer and you struggle. The wealthy acquire assets that pay them while they are sleeping. You acquire liabilities that bleed your bank account completely dry daily. Do you even know what a high yield savings account is? You are probably keeping your emergency fund in a standard bank, earning 0.01% while inflation destroys your purchasing power. You are literally losing money safely by doing absolutely nothing proactive. Move that cash and get a 5% return for free. It takes 5 minutes to set up online right from home, but you are too busy scrolling through TikTok acting completely helpless. Now let us roast your terrible strategy for paying off debt. You make the minimum payment on 5 different credit cards monthly. You are barely covering the interest charges while the principal remains. You need to attack that debt using the avalanche method today. Pay off the highest interest rate first to stop the bleeding. Stop going to fancy restaurants when you have bad consumer debt. You should be eating rice and beans until that balance disappears. I do not care if it is your birthday or anniversary. Broke people celebrate with money they do not actually even have. Rich people celebrate by maxing out their Roth IRA contribution early. Which one of those groups do you want to belong to? It requires extreme sacrifice to escape the modern day rat race. Let us discuss your completely useless excuses for not investing early. You say you do not have enough money to start investing, yet you manage to find money for those expensive concert tickets. You can open a brokerage account with just $10 today. Buy fractional shares of solid companies and just hold them forever. Do not try to day trade your way into instant wealth. 90% of day traders lose money and quit within months. You are not a Wall Street genius. You are a gambler. Stick to broad market index funds and let the market work. Consistent contributions every single month will make you a millionaire eventually. Set it up automatically so you do not even think twice. Pay yourself first before the landlord and before the utility companies. If you do not prioritize your future, nobody else ever will. Your company is not going to take care of your retirement. The government will give you pennies through Social Security if lucky. You are solely responsible for your own financial survival and success. Stop waiting for a magical bailout that is never coming anyway. Another massive trap is upgrading your lifestyle when you get raises. You get a small promotion and suddenly need a luxury car. That is the exact definition of terrible lifestyle creep right there. Pretend that raise does not exist and invest the entire difference. Live like a broke college student even when you make 6 figures. That is how you build a fortress of total financial security. Financial independence is about buying back your time from your employer. It is the ultimate flex to say no to terrible jobs. But you are trapped because your car payment demands your submission. Sell the stupid car and buy a reliable used Toyota Camry. Your ego is the most expensive liability on your personal balance sheet. Nobody actually cares what brand of clothing you are wearing anyway. They are too busy worrying about their own massive credit debt. Become ruthlessly intentional with every single penny that you bring home. Audit your subscriptions right now and cancel the ones you ignore. You are paying for a gym membership you have never used. That is financial self-sabotage happening right in front of you. Take control of your life and stop making terrible financial choices. The road to wealth is boring, but the destination is beautiful. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and aggressively buy income producing assets today. Let us talk about the biggest scam you blindly believe today. You think renting an apartment is just throwing your money away, so you rush to buy a house with an awful mortgage. Suddenly you are replacing a roof and paying crazy property taxes. Being house poor is the quickest way to destroy your wealth. Renting gives you the ultimate flexibility to chase better job opportunities. Use the difference in cost to buy more S&P 500 shares. That index fund will outpace your single family home appreciation historically. But no, you want granite countertops to impress your broke neighbors. Stop treating your primary residence like it is a magical piggy bank. Let us pivot to your absolute disaster of an emergency fund. Most Americans cannot even cover a surprise $1,000 expense. If your car breaks down, you immediately reach for credit cards. That is an absolute emergency, but you treat it like normal. You need 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up yesterday. Put it in a high yield savings account and leave it. Do not touch it for vacation or a new gaming console. It is financial armor against a cruel and very unforgiving economy. Next, we need to address your absurd obsession with designer labels. Wearing a Gucci belt while having a negative net worth hurts. You look completely ridiculous to anyone who actually understands real money. Wealth is quiet, but your insecurities are screaming at maximum volume. The guy in the plain shirt probably owns the entire building. Meanwhile, you are struggling to make rent on your studio apartment. Stop funding the luxury goods sector with your hard-earned dollars. Invest that money into your Roth IR and watch it multiply. Tax-free growth is the greatest legal cheat code in America. Max out that account every single year without making pathetic excuses. It is $7,000 a year to guarantee your retirement. That is roughly $20 a day you waste on junk. Skip the expensive lunch and pack a sandwich like an adult. Stop being a victim of your own terrible daily spending habits. You need to start thinking like a ruthless corporate financial officer. Treat your personal household exactly like a strictly run business operation. Cut the fat, reduce expenses, and dramatically increase your profit margins. Your profit margin is the cash left over to invest aggressively. If your margin is zero, your business is going totally bankrupt. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start your investing journey. Time in the market always beats trying to time the market. Even if you buy at the peak, you will recover eventually. Just keep buying the index and let the American economy work. It is literally that boring and that incredibly simple to execute. Stop watching crypto gurus promising you 1,000% daily returns. They are dumping their worthless digital bags on your naive head. Get rich quick schemes are designed to make the creator rich. You are just the exit liquidity for their massive pump scams. Stick to the proven path of index funds and real estate. Build your credit score back up to the high 700s. A great credit score saves you hundreds of thousands in interest. Pay off your statement balance in full every single month religiously. Never pay a single dime of credit card interest ever again. Let the banks fund your travel with their generous reward points. But you only get to play that game if you win. If you carry a balance, you are losing the credit game. So cut up the cards if you lack basic self-discipline. Use cash only until you rewire your fundamentally broken consumer brain. You have to endure short-term pain for long-term wealth. There is absolutely no substitute for aggressive saving and consistent investing. Stop blaming the president, the economy, or your boss for failure. Take complete personal accountability for your massive pile of financial mistakes. Acknowledge the mess you created and start cleaning it up today. I promise the feeling of financial freedom is worth the sacrifice. Waking up without financial anxiety is the greatest luxury on earth. Knowing you can survive a job loss brings total mental peace. Do you want to remain a stressed out, exhausted wage slave? Or do you want to break the miserable generational poverty cycle? The choice is entirely yours to make right here, right now. Smash the like button to help the legendary YouTube algorithm out. Subscribe if you want to stop being hopelessly poor and broke. Turn on notifications so you never miss another harsh financial truth. Start building your ultimate wealth foundation before it is too late. Stop buying nonsense items and start accumulating massive income-producing assets. Your future self is desperately begging you to make better choices. Thank you guys so much for watching this completely brutal video. I will see you all back here in the next one.